Hey guys, take 3 on trying to shoot this video for you tonight. I'm shooting at 10 p.m. because I'm actually feeling okay, and if you follow our family vlog and saw our video from Monday with our big huge announcement, I am pregnant with baby number 5. Crazy. I hope it's just 5. I hope it's not 5 and 6. That would make me speechless. So I'm kind of nauseous most of the time, but I'm actually feeling okay right now. So I'm gonna shoot this while I can. But I wanted to talk to you about the Women of Joy conference, which my pregnancy I found out just a few days before finding out about the conference, I think, and so, or maybe after finding about. I think I found out I was pregnant after I found out about the conference, a few days before the conference was supposed to start. So that played into a huge part of why I actually went, because I was struggling with the idea of being pregnant, only 3 months being out of postpartum depression. So I went to the conference because I really needed the encouragement and the uplifting, and I'm so thankful that I did. And I got to thank Lysa TerKeurst in tears for speaking, because I felt like her talk that she did was something that God directly was speaking to me, telling me that things are going to be okay. Lysa shared about her family and how they adopted 2 teenage boys, and when they adopted them, they were pretty much on a kindergarten level school-wise, and so she had to homeschool and was not feeling equipped to do that, but at the same time felt like God wanted her to pull all of her kids out of school, and she homeschooled all of them for 2 years and was feeling very overwhelmed in that calling. But she asked the question, do you have faith? And I like to think that I have faith, but I know over this last year, especially struggling through postpartum depression, that my faith has been very much wavering, and that's tough to admit. What's going to happen this next year with having a 5th child is anything positive is going to be all thanks to God, because it's not anything in my own strength that's going to be getting our family through this. And I think that is something that God is wanting to teach me as well. So when she asked if we have faith, she said, in order for you to have faith, you may have to live a life that requires you to live that faith. And I was like, oh yeah. Like, here we go. I felt pretty confident whenever we only had 3 babies. It was tough to go to 3 kids because we were outnumbered. But once I started getting the hang of things, I started feeling pretty confident in my own strength of how I was mothering my kids. And then when baby 4 came along, Mr. Toby, such a sweet baby, but I knew I was overwhelmed at that point, and I knew that I was in over my head, mostly with the postpartum depression, but I definitely knew, like, God, I need you. Like, I cannot do any of this in my own strength. And I thought I was learning that lesson pretty good, but I'm feeling right now, since we have number 5 on the way, that God wants me to learn that lesson a little bit more on. I have to be 100% completely dependent on Him at all times. I want to experience that life of living completely in faith and trusting God 100%, and just taking things step by step and just doing what He tells me to do. And looking at this surprise, that we were not planning to have a 5th child anytime soon. I wanted a number 5. This just was not the timing that I had set for myself. It's kind of crazy because at the beginning of the year, I felt like God gave me a word about this year. And then a little bit after that, I want to say not even a month later, I felt like He gave me another word about what's coming up for this year. And now lately, since finding out that we are pregnant, those words that He gave me at the beginning of the year are coming true. And I'll be able to expand on those after everything's kind of said and done. But that just gives me peace, I guess, to know, like, God really does have this, like, he's got this under control. There is still a piece that's missing from what's going to be happening, and that piece has been really frustrating lately. But I was praying about it today, and I feel like God was saying, like, just keep on going with what I told you at the beginning of this year. And there's a couple more things that are going to happen before I want you to know this last piece, before it's going to happen. So I'm like, okay, I just got to be patient. I have to be obedient. That was another thing that Lysa had talked about, is that we have to just be obedient during this time of living a life that requires you to live by faith. Be obedient in what God tells you. And he knows I can't handle being told everything. That's why he's not going to tell me everything all at once. Plus I need the faith to trust him, because if he just tells me everything, then there's no faith required. Another thing that Lysa talked about was having assurance, and that assurance is not in our circumstances, but that assurance is in our faith in God, that God is the one that knows what's going on. He has a plan, and it's for his good, it's for his glory, and we get to be a part of that, which is really awesome whenever he chooses us to be a part of his story that he's writing. So that's the main thing that I took away from Lysa, just living in faith, and got to take this one step at a time, whatever God shows me. So next week I'm going to share with you what Jane Silvius talked about, and I'm excited to share about that, because she was the one that God used to be able to get me to the Women of Joy conference. And so subscribe if you haven't already, and get to come and learn what I learned from Jan. So I'll see you next week. Bye.